to shoot a Birons Journal. So I guess, see, here they are. They're coming right here. I got my microphone on here. And we're going to be talking about, I don't know what, about what to do in Georgetown, I guess, about overtime, what guys do in between periods and stuff like that. So we'll carry you guys through Georgetown a little bit, and we'll go through the interview and see what we got here. It's kind of hit or miss today because we have a lounge at the hotel where we can just relax and watch TV and play video games. So, but I haven't seen too many guys in that lounge today. They're probably in their room in bed. You know, saw Callie and G just kind of walking around, and it's kind of unusual to have 2 days between games, and the playoffs usually play every other day. So to get that day today, especially with last night, it's just so great for the body to recover, for the mind to recover, and for everybody to relax, not have to worry about practicing or not, and you just kind of just go about doing your business and you can relax. You're on your own for the whole day. You don't have anything to worry about. This would go great with my chickens at home, you know, like a birdology, that's even the way to say it. Anything in French you see, Jim, over here?
Rumbo?
Rumbo?
That's not French candidates.
Yeah, that's not French candidates, no. You know what, it's a good thing Hanky got a haircut the other day. He was a little lighter, you know. Today it's so funny because after this 3 overtime game where, for me it's a little different, I actually can grab a bagel in between periods or a little, maybe a slice of pizza just to, you know, keep fueling on things. But guys usually just, you know, try to grab a banana, a couple power gel, but today it felt like we only wanted to eat like burgers and nachos and just fuel up on the bad stuff for a change. You know, we don't get to play until Saturday, so that works for us. Just relax and enjoy this day right now. So you should have seen that. No, the problem is it got so hot and so humid that the gloves got so soaked, and guys couldn't even like get the equipment dry enough before going back out there for second overtime and third overtime, because it got just, you know, I remember Delzato had a couple one-timer chances where it just looks like a stick just flipped right out of his hands from the moisture, and the humidity level was just really high. So our trainers, like I would try to help out. I'd sit with the doctors in between periods so I wouldn't be in the way, but you know, the equipment guys and the trainers would just be running in and out of the locker room like crazy people, just because they had so much to worry about. Drying jerseys, we had Girardi blood on his jersey, Boyle blood on his jersey, having to clean that all up and drying them, put them on the dry rack. It was insane. Guys are loose because it's like, it comes to a point where it becomes a little comical, like you're in the second and third overtime and people, posts are being hit left and right, and guys are pretty loose. They're coming to the bench and kind of just with a little smile on their face, like, I just had to make another like block shot. It was probably like the 12th one, and Boiler gets hit right in the face and has to go and get stitches, and it was just madness going on. But I bet you if you ask all the guys what was going on in your head between the overtime, they probably don't know. It becomes almost like an out-of-body experience where you're so focused in the game, you're so focused on what you're doing, that you don't really realize what is going on at that moment. I know I was sitting next to Stu Bickle, and I mean, Bix is such a great sport because he didn't play a whole lot and had to really stay ready. And you know, in between periods, he's on the bike trying to get his legs going and trying to stay warmed up so that he can play if he's asked to, and that had to be so hard for him to stay ready, but he was getting the guys ready and getting the guys pumped up. And the hard part is you got to turn around, and in 2 days you got to bring the emotions right back up to where it was in period number 6, and that game is more important now than the last one. So that's playoff hockey right there. And right before we scored, Brandon Pruss was sitting right next to me, and he says, "How many overtime do you think we're going to play?" And I told him I thought we were going to play 6. I thought that game was going to end in the 6th overtime. And I said, we might be playing right now the longest game in NHL history. We don't know it. And then maybe 2 minutes later we scored. So it all worked out really good because, oh my goodness, if we would have had to go until 2, 3 in the morning, that would have been just crazy. You know, McDonough would have played probably, figure 6 overtime, McDonough would have played what, about an hour and a half worth of ice time. I mean, as it is right now, Henke and Oldby were in net for 110 minutes or something. So that's just insane. But hey, that's what's fun about playoffs. And I'm sure a lot of people stayed up and a lot of people are tired in both Washington and New York this morning, which is great.